So let's make this a car again. It's just, well, embarrassing crap actually, and doesn't go that well with the front under tray. Look at this. It is so, well, that is gone. So I had these nice little yellow lamps sitting in my junk storage. Those were sitting as reversing lights on one of my old DSs that I recently sold, and I kept these because, well, they wasn't original anyway. There are no fog lamps, but one can surely use them as fog lights. So my idea was to fit them on the blue GS, like something like that. But they're a bit rough, so we need to make them look at least okay. I've already put some work on this one, cleaned it up and just made it look nice. This is a Swedish mark, Svema. This is how it ended up on the car when installed. We only have this single bolt there. There is no other ones underneath here, so I needed to fabricate this bracket, this aluminum bracket. And then I just drove the cables inside this grill. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Maybe I should paint this black, because it's a bit shiny. Even if you stand some meters from the car, you see those brackets pretty clear, so maybe we should just paint them black. Well, so over to the next thing. And what was that? Yeah, the paint. So yesterday night we started to polish the hood, and also it's not possible to see on camera, but this side of the fender was pretty bad done. Everything always looks better on camera, but well, it's a very old paint. It's from 1974, so can't expect to do miracles here. But so see, it's a lot of stuff like that. If we can have a focus there, look at that. This is how this paint is. Basically everywhere. See those things, but on a distance, it's a very nice 10-meter car. Looks beautiful from 10 meters away. And of course, when a car like this is passing on the road or on the street, it would look just gorgeous. So, and this isn't attached yet. Have to find where to attach it. It should be slightly out like this, because it shouldn't be a straight line from the door, and the fender should be a little bit pointing out like this. That's for aerodynamics, actually. You know about aerodynamics, Saxo? Yeah, of course you do. You know everything. Let's get on with the work. I'm gonna polish the roof today. To polish the paint, we use some chocolate ice cream. No, it's a kind of an old swirl remover. And our polishing machine, and probably not visible on camera, but the rear fender is almost done. I don't know. Is it clear how big difference this is? Maybe from a distance. This looks better. Now you see the difference. Then we have to, of course, do something about the bottom of the doors, but we can leave it that way for a while. The passenger door are in fact really bad, so we have to change it. Alright, so what remains now of the crappy paint is this front door, and now it gets pretty obvious how bad it was. So it's a rainy day, and I've been struggling with the corner, the left front corner, and this is how good it gets. It's a bit of distance between the fender and the corner, and it shouldn't be that big, but before I took everything apart again and adjusted it and used up some big amount of bad words, it was like 2 centimeters. So at least it looks okay. And while standing beside a car like this, it looks pretty fine. So, well, yeah. And I also had to make a new bracket, this one. I have new ones, new old stock, but I want to use them on my red car, and this shape is pretty easy to just fabricate. So this is an old folder that is listing those different kinds of options you could buy for your Citroën during the 70s. I think this one is from 1979, and I wanted to show you this. This is the oil temperature gauge that you could pretty easy put in your gas, and this model has this stick that is replacing the dipstick. This is an electrical model, so it doesn't have this thermic sender. It actually uses the 12-volt system, and here it is. So here's the dipstick tube. It's just put in there, and then we have this cable going to from the sender to the gauge. Yeah, and in the car it is there. And when you put the ignition on, it just lifts, because now we don't have any temperature. I want to keep an eye on the oil temperature on those air-cooled cars, so I always use this kind of stuff. When I bought a car, this plastic shelf was sitting there on the panel, and I put it back in there because there are already the damage are already done. There's holes in the panel, so I could as well use this. It's pretty handy equipment. This was also glued back on the steering wheel. 1974 is the first year with this one, and they always get lost, so I'm pretty happy to still have it. It's been sitting around in the car all the time. I don't think it was sitting on the steering wheel when I bought the car. It's probably been stored inside the car all those years. Now it's there, glued in there. It's sitting pretty safe now. Nice. So there's times to do an adjustment, and we use this Marshall Reglolux. It's a old-fashioned thing, but it works pretty fine. In this case, the right lamp was, let's see if I can get the light better. There it is. Was slightly too low, but I think that is pretty okay. Yeah, we can be satisfied with this. Yeah, over to the next one. The left lamp was also a bit too low, So let's see if we can just adjust it slightly upwards. There, I think. When I adjust the GS headlights, I use this tool because you can't actually grab these and expect them to be easy. You need to put this in there and just, yeah. So that's the way to do it. I just took this roof lamp down from the GS, and it's been sitting there for a while, some years, and it has been piling up some kind of, well, it looks, briefly, it looks just awful. I want it to look like this. And it's pretty easy. I use some simple wax polish for cars. So let's see if we can make this shine. So it ended up looking better than the rest of the roof. They have changed the original lamp to this one from a CX. They were also used in the SM, and since I think that the GS is closer to SM than the CX, we can call this a SM light. That feels much better. Well, let's put it back into the car. We can live with this finish. Yeah. And that looks way much better than before. Those black things here, and there's some black spots there. It's because they have fixed this. They have repaired it with some kind of black glue to make those fasteners, those hinges, stay there. So it looks pretty strange, but well, it works, and we're gonna keep it that way. This is one of the improvements that was made on the GS at late 70s. When crank starting the car with the handle, it can be pretty tricky to aim in there, and the fan always gets full of dirt from the road. So this little thing, see if I can fiddle it in there, is just put in there. It's got a rubber sealer there, and it's just pressed in place. I don't think I can do this with one hand, but yeah, you get the point. Easy to aim, no dirt inside the fan. So that's useful on a daily drive car. Before I dare to go more than 10 kilometers away with a car like this that's been totally dismantled, I want to do some test drives. And this is also a car that's been out of traffic for 15 years. It's been stored in barns, garages. So I don't trust anything, especially not things that I've been doing. So taking it home late 2019, I think it was, taking that much stuff apart, I don't dare to do anything. We've already done some test drives, but I'm not satisfied. So I'm just waiting for the big bang. But so far, things has been behaving, and it's running pretty well actually. I'm a bit surprised, especially with this new carburetor that I just took out from a box, and I didn't know anything about it. So let's have a test drive right now in the rain. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's do some more test drives later on when the weather gets better, because this is just annoying.